Hola! On Mind, Body and Soul, dolphins play doctor for mother and baby. The feel-good power of fruit, and we've got the juice on grapes. But first, Gwyneth's cupping capers. When actress Gwyneth Paltrow stepped out onto the red carpet bearing the marks of an ancient healing technique above the back line of her glamorous evening gown, it caused quite a media frenzy. What were these peculiar circular bruises in aid of? Had Miss Paltrow been the subject of some barbarous act of torture? For those in the know, it was obvious that Gwyneth had had a cupping session, a 3,000-year-old therapy that is still leaving its mark in the medical world today. So, what can you expect when you go for a cupping session? In this day and age, glass cups are used. 3,000 years ago, bamboo, animal horn, or brass, if you could afford it, were the order of the day. In fact, the old Chinese name for cupping was horning. Traditionally, the cups are heated with alcohol and flame on the inside to reduce the pressure, then placed over the skin. As the cup cools down, the skin is sucked up inside. The newest innovation in cupping does away with the dangerous flame and uses a pump action instead. This is also a much more accurate way of gauging the degree of suction, and of course, it eliminates the risk of burn. Doctors of traditional Chinese medicine and practitioners of Japanese shiatsu therapy place the cups at various positions along the meridian lines. These are the same lines used in acupuncture. There are 5 meridians on the back, and these are usually targeted, particularly the bladder meridian, although it is possible to cup the hands, legs and ankles too. By cupping these meridian lines, specific organs can be targeted in the body. Cupping is generally used by practitioners if there is cold energy in the patient's meridians. The warm air from the cupping stimulates the skin, and the suction coaxes blood to the area, which promotes localized healing. The qi is warmed and starts to flow freely down the meridians. Many diseases and disorders can benefit from cupping. The earliest writings found on the therapy from ancient China recommend the use of this therapy in the treatment of pulmonary tuberculosis. Today, cupping is still used for respiratory disease, as well as digestive and gynecological disorders, headaches and dizziness, and lymphatic blockages. The common cold can be tackled with cupping, as can insomnia, and of course, soft tissue injuries. The bruises resulting from cupping are not painful and only last a couple of days. But if you are keen to experience this therapy for yourself, be sure to go to a trained practitioner, someone who can tell where you need a bit of extra energy and where you don't. Cupping is not only traditionally practiced in China and Japan, it's also a traditional healing method in the Arab cultures, where it's called al-hijama. Now it has hit Hollywood, and it will probably take over the world. So next time you spy Gwyneth on the red carpet covered in bruises, rest assured she hasn't gotten herself into a fight. She's just putting a bit of time and effort into her health. It takes a lot of energy to be a mother and a movie star. Ask and ye shall receive. This is the message of the 5th chakra, Visuddha, in all its gleaming blue glory. Of the 7 main chakras in the body, it is the gateway to the spiritual and mental realms. This is the chakra that connects you to the universe. Are you ready to receive abundance through Visuddha? Situated at the base of your neck in the hollow between the collarbones, Visuddha, not surprisingly, is connected to verbal communication and creative expression. It spins in close proximity to your cervical and brachial plexes, and therefore governs the health of the neck, throat, arms and hands. all the things a human being uses to communicate with. Each chakra is also aligned with an endocrine gland. Visuddha is connected to the thyroid, the gland situated just below your voice box, which regulates the speed at which your body completes its functions. Visuddha's element is ether, the light, airy stuff spirit is made of. The fifth chakra is also connected to sound and vibration. Ether and vibrations are the matrix of the universe, and Visuddha works with these to help you manifest your thoughts and goals into material reality. Through the gateway of this chakra, you can begin to understand your oneness with the universe. If your throat chakra is balanced, you can ask the universe for anything you need, and it will come your way surprisingly quickly. But are you ready to receive the many gifts that Visuddha wants you to have? Most people feel undeserving. Visuddha wants you to learn the humble act of receiving. The name Visuddha means purification. You have to be in a state of purity to start consciously manifesting your own reality. Do you speak your truth without hurting people? This is the lesson of the fifth chakra. Visuddha is the first gateway to your intuition. Tibetan monks work with this chakra to induce lucid dreaming. If your throat chakra is deficient in qi or energy, you may be a shy, timid sort of person who is afraid to speak too much. You may, after a while, begin to see the world as a terrible place and view things only through your own prejudices and ego. You may be a stick in the mud, unwilling to budge or change your ways. Physically, you may suffer from asthma or recurrent laryngitis, tightness of the jaw, or problems with the throat, ears, and neck. If there is too much energy in this chakra, you may be a chatterbox, so busy speaking about you that you forget to listen to others. A person with a balanced throat chakra speaks their truth, even in the face of adversity, and steps back to listen. Each chakra responds to a musical note and vibration. Visuddha's note is G. The chakra dancers know that Visuddha responds to light, airy movements. Here, they are dancing to rebalance the fifth chakra to specially composed music. You can give your chakras a further tune-up by chanting different vowel sounds. The corresponding vowel sound for Visuddha is E, as in feather. Once you have mastered this chakra, opportunities will come your way as you enter into a two-way dialogue with the universe. Through truthful, creative and verbal expression and respect for others, the bounty of Visuddha could be yours. Just a word of warning though, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Is it any wonder the bond between dolphins and mankind is as strong today as it was thousands of years ago? These wise, intelligent masters of the sea have been coming to the aid of seafarers in distress through the ages. Worshipped as gods by the Greeks and revered by the Maori, dolphins represent the nurturing, redemptive side of an otherwise treacherous and unforgiving ocean. We repay them with pollution and unwarranted violence, yet these merciful creatures continue to give. Peru has some new stars in the field of prenatal therapy. Are they doctors? No. Are they midwives? No. They are indeed dolphins. It's the perfect role for these super intelligent mammals who have appeared as symbols of rebirth in cultural mythologies throughout the ages. These two dolphins, known as Waira and Yaku, are at their place of work, the Los Delfines Hotel in San Isidora, Lima. Under direction from their handlers, Wairu and Yaku interact with pregnant mothers in the pool. But what is the purpose of this interaction? What benefit can be gained by sharing a pool with these exotic creatures, with their high-pitched voices and their faces that seem to smile mysteriously at us? The answer lies in those high-pitched squeals dolphins are famous for. Dolphin therapy is said to stimulate the mental growth of the unborn fetus and, at the same time, relax the expectant mother. At a signal from his trainer, Yaku approaches the pregnant woman and sings to her distended belly and the baby within. The promoters of the therapy say that dolphin's song stimulates the auditory senses of the unborn infant, thereby enhancing its development. To this end, dolphin therapy is used in tandem with music therapy and other more traditional prenatal techniques. Spending time with dolphins certainly seems to be a pleasant experience. Some mothers-to-be felt the vibrations travel through their bodies, and many feel the dolphins really want to get close up to the baby. Weira and Yaku's trainer says the high-pitched sounds stimulate a part of the human brain connected to relaxation. The healing presence of dolphins has been observed before elsewhere. In a study conducted by the University of Wales, it was found that 70% of those who listened to audio tapes of dolphin noises reported a marked increase in their mental abilities. The idea behind dolphin therapy is that the dolphin's song specifically stimulates the neurons in our brains. Studies of mothers and unborn infants as they undergo the therapy have shown a marked improvement in the state of the mother's mind and further positive effects on the fetal heartbeat. One doctor observed the harmonizing effect of the therapy after the treatment. He found the dolphin noises had balanced the neural signatures of both the left and the right sides of the human brain. It seems that a lot can be gained from these playful porpoises with a purpose. What further secrets can they reveal to us? If their songs are so stimulating to our brains, then is it any wonder they're the most intelligent creatures in the sea? I expect to pass through this world but once. Any good thing therefore that I do, or any kindness that I can show to any living creature, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. These words hung on the wall of a humble, working-class man who gave the world the gift of healing. Tom Bowen from Geelong in Australia left the legacy of his healing hands to be passed on to a new generation, and today Bowen therapists practice his wonderful technique around the globe. Nola Corby has been a Bowen therapist for the past 8 years. Suffering from stubborn rheumatoid arthritis, Nola tried everything Western medicine had to offer and was getting nowhere fast. A medical doctor, a friend of hers, suggested she try a Bowen therapy session, as it would surely proffer her some relief. Nola was a nurse practicing conventional medicine at the time. She had no desire to take part in this style of healing, but went along for the treatment anyway, preparing herself for a waste of time. To Nola's surprise, she came out of the Bowen therapy session feeling wonderfully pain-free, and her skepticism melted away. What had just happened? Nola had to find out more, and today is an experienced Bowen therapist herself, healing many patients in the comfort of her own home. So what is Bowen therapy exactly? Founder Tom Bowen referred to it as a form of osteopathy. Most of his patients presented themselves with bad backs and various musculoskeletal problems. He had no idea initially that he was also healing people on emotional planes. Alicia has come to Nola for a treatment today. She's only 13 years old, but this form of healing is safe to use on people of all ages, from infants to the elderly. Bowen therapy works on many levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Alicia doesn't have any physical complaints. She's come along for a pick-me-up from the pressures of school. In times of stress, the body's fascia becomes glued, causing pain. Bowen therapy encourages fluid flow to all systems. Energy levels increase and pain falls away at the touch of a Bowen therapist. This form of therapy is even safe to use in acute situations where other forms of medicine may be inappropriate. Treatments are performed through clothing or directly onto the skin. Light to firm pressure is applied to muscles and ligaments in specific sequences, initially developed by Tom. As this form of healing involves the movement of energy, Nola stands back and gives Alicia plenty of rest periods. The quiet moments will allow Alicia to digest the energy as things get flowing again. Bowen therapy is not just a passive form of healing. It encourages the body to tap into its self-healing potential. At the end of the treatment, Alicia arises feeling light, calm, and peaceful. Her session lasted 30 minutes, but sessions sometimes go for the full hour. Gorgeous young Declan is testimony to the potency of Bowen therapy. About a year ago, this little man was diagnosed with cancer of the testes. Nola performed Bowen therapy on her grandson at every opportunity. Declan avoided chemotherapy, instead opting for an operation. He received no other treatment aside from Bowen therapy after this. Declan has been given a clean bill of health by orthodox medicine. As of today, he is officially in remission. The road was hard and long for young Declan, but for most people with minor complaints, 3 Bowen therapy sessions is usually sufficient to effect a cure. It's best to leave 5 to 10 days between each treatment, depending on the patient's condition. The effects of Bowen therapy are usually immediate, but some people take 2 days to process and feel the healing. One wonders if Tom Bowen had any idea that his unique healing technique would reach out and touch so many lives. From the hands of a humble cement works employee who started out healing his local footy teams on the weekends, this amazing hands-on experience has grown exponentially and is now taking the world by storm. Although in recent years Westerners have adopted naturopathy as their own, its origins belong to the East. Indians claim that it is they who came up with it, as it was their ancient kings and holy men who first practiced the system of natural therapies. Here in South India, a group of doctors have named their clinic after a man who was a bit of both. The Gandhiji Nature Cure Centre in Coimbatore advocates the consumption of fruit up to 4 times a day to combat diseases with symptoms as mild as light headaches to conditions more severe. The doctors in Coimbatore are following in the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi, the inspirational Indian nationalist. Everyone knows about him as a leader of people on the road to freedom. But less discussed is the firm belief he had in natural therapies and strict vegetarianism. At the Gandhiji Nature Cure Centre, the doctors utilise fruits such as pomegranates, bananas, dates and cucumbers to great effect in treating diseases such as asthma, eczema, tuberculosis, heart disease and even cancer. Naturopathy aims to heal the sick with the aid of nature and without the use of drugs. The doctors in the centre prescribe a diet of fruit and a regime of exercise to target specific ill-functioning organs within the body. Under the treatment, patients are expected to follow a healthy diet, chew their food properly, and engage in exercise. They are also advised not to drink liquids that are too cold or too hot. The doctors allow their patients to eat as much as they like, so long as the ratio of fresh fruit to cooked food stays the same. The ideal balance is 75% fruit to 25% cooked food. The centre doesn't just administer fruit like a greengrocer. The doctors also treat their patients with a variety of techniques such as water therapy, mud baths, and their famous banana leaf therapy, in which patients are wrapped in banana leaves from head to toe. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But here in Coimbatore, the doctors bring their own apples, and grapes, and dates, and pomegranates. While Indians get the best out of their fruit by putting it on the inside, the French are not so sure. They'd rather take their fruit therapy on the outside. In fact, people come from all over the world to this vinotherapy centre in Bordeaux to soak up the goodness of grapes. Everyone wants to look and feel younger, and the French believe that vinotherapy is the secret to eternal youth. Perhaps a crushed Cabernet scrub will turn back the clock. Apparently, the phytochemicals in grapes are excellent for exfoliation and help to detoxify the body at the same time. Blood circulates round your body more vigorously thanks to grape power. Taking a swim in your grape juice instead of drinking it is the best wrinkle remedy in town. The secret actually lies in the grape's seed. It's the polyphenols that get in through your skin and help your body fight all of those nasty free radicals. Polyphenols extracted from the grape seeds are added to hot mineral water in the luxurious spas at the health centre. Just sit back, relax and let nature do her job. These wine barrel spas are very popular with their iron-enriched waters, grapeseed extracts and aromatic essential oils. Sure beats taking a vitamin supplement to fight those free radicals. This is food for the skin. Anything you put onto your skin, the largest organ in your body, is absorbed into the bloodstream. In fact, your skin will eat 60% of anything you smear onto it, so you'd better make it wholesome. Customers at the centre have a number of grape-based therapies to choose from. There's the pulp friction, where fresh grapes are mixed with essential oils and massaged into the skin. Perhaps a Sauvignon massage or a Merlot wrap is more to your palate. Experts at the centre say that grapeseed polyphenols are 1,000 times more effective than vitamin E in the fight against free radicals. All this pampering and nourishment can sure take it out of you. Visitors take a break by indulging in lunch and experiencing the grape in a rather more traditional manner. You can even take a little bit of the vinotherapy centre away with you to enjoy the medicinal properties of grapes in the comfort of your own home. The perfect way to end a hard day's soak. Join us again on Mind, Body and Soul as we discover more paths to health and happiness. But for now, Dominique gives us some food for thought.
Give yourself permission to live in the present moment. Always remember that the past is gone. You can never get it back. You can never change or alter it in any way. Let it go. The future is determined by your actions, by your awareness in this moment. Make now the working unit of your life and allow everything to unfold from there.